What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Tesla Canadian Dad. Today we are actually going to test drive a Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y has more room than the Tesla Model 3. That's one of the big appeals for me. I like to play hockey. The Model Y wasn't available when I got my Model 3. And I do have a Standard Range Plus, so I'm debating going long range. That way I have more miles for road trips and things like that. So I thought I'd go and take it for a spin. So I'm inside the Tesla Model Y long range. Definitely would go white. Okay, the white just looks so much better in my opinion than the black. Other than that, it's a little taller. I mean, the window is definitely has a wow factor. Other than that, it looks almost exactly like my Tesla Model 3 in the front. Nothing really different. But yeah, let's take it for a spin. Let's see how it handles. This is a all-wheel drive versus my rear-wheel drive, so we'll see how it actually handles in snow. Let's take it for a spin. So first impressions, it is definitely taller. You feel definitely higher up than the Model 3. The acceleration, it's snowy here, so it's a little hard to test. Is there a little bit more of a oomph? Probably, but again, the tires are spinning a little bit in the snow, so it's kind of hard to tell. Model Y has a very tiny little window in the back. It's very hard to see compared to the Model 3. Model 3, you feel a lot more open, even though we have this big window up here. When you're driving, it's kind of irrelevant. Probably better for the people in the back, but for the driver, it's, again, higher off the ground. The all-wheel drive, obviously, a better drive in the snow versus the rear-wheel drive. Not that the rear-wheel drive is a bad drive, okay? If you you know me and you've watched my channel before, I think it's easy as pie to drive rear-wheel drive Model 3 in Canada winter. So if that's a concern of you, that's not really a concern in my opinion. So does this handle better? Yes, it does. Is it worth the extra 20 grand? Debatable. All right, so the back seat, this is where I can kind of see myself upgrading. This is a nice back seat. I'm not gonna lie, this is really nice. This is really nice. Lots of leg room here. What I'm kind of curious about the Model Y is how much room you have in the back. The Model 3, I like a lot of space in the front, and my daughters are still little, so it's not too bad. Especially my 5-year-old, but she's already kind of like touching the seats, the back seat, quite a bit. So it's a little of a tight sit because of how I like my seat as the driver. I like a lot of room. No, I'm not the tallest guy. I do not sit like most people. Most people, you know, sit a little closer to the steering wheel. I like to be a little further back, mainly because of my back issues I've had with my surgeries. And I like my seat in a specific angle, so it does take a lot of room for the back seat people. But yeah, so this is nice. This is a lot of extra room, a little higher up too. I do feel like in the back you can really tell that it's a taller car. In the front seat, once again, it does feel, if you're just looking straight forward, it does feel like a higher up Tesla Model 3. I don't feel like I have more headroom. I probably do, but I don't feel like I do. But in the back, you definitely do notice the difference. So if that's a high priority for you, if you have teenage kids or you know, big kids, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense for sure. I can see justifying the extra cost for this. So one more thing I want to check is the back, because as some of you know, I'm a hockey player. I still like playing hockey, and I'll play hockey until the day I die, even if that's on the ice. But that extra room in the back might be useful for my hockey bag. Not that it doesn't fit in my Model 3, but it's a tight fit versus having a bit of extra room. It's never a bad thing. So a few quick impressions. I actually thought the Model Y on the highway, when you're just kind of cruising on autopilot, is kind of nice because you do have that time to kind of just relax, and you do feel that it's a little bit bigger, a little bit more breathing room, and you're a little higher off the ground, which I actually prefer on the highway. I preferred it on the highway. However, I would miss my Model 3 for day-to-day driving. I like that it's lower. I feel like it's a more sporty feel to it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what we do. Stay tuned. All right, so after a week of debating if it would be worth it to actually upgrade from the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus to a long range Model Y, I just can't justify the extra $300 a month for me currently. I prefer a sporty feel on a day-to-day basis. I understand, however, if you have bigger kids, that can be very appealing for having extra room. And on a long drive, I actually think the Model Y is probably more comfortable for everyone in the car, including the driver. So instead of upgrading to a Model Y from my Standard Range Plus Model 3, what we're probably going to do is, when it's time to replace my wife's car, we'll just get a Tesla Model Y for her. But like I said, I was pretty impressed with how much room there was in the back seat, and the trunk is definitely nice. The automatic open and closing trunk, also very nice. All right, like always, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps you decide if you should purchase a Tesla Model 3 or a Tesla Model Y. Both fantastic cars. It really just depends on what you need it for. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're into Tesla. And we'll catch you in the next episode. It's good. 15 minutes is not enough. So I came back and I said, 15 minutes. I wish I had a little bit longer. And guess what? They just said, just go out and take another half hour if you want, and come back. So let's take it for a longer spin this time.